What we do here is go back.
Hey guys, welcome back to Talk It Up with Cindy and Jerry. Hope you guys are doing well.
How's it going, everybody? How's everybody doing out there?
So, before we get into our podcast today, our bedroom is finally finished.
That is correct.
So
we got our
excited.
bedroom set, the bed, the whole.
Everything is in.
Everything is in,
Foot-
including the footstool. What do you call that? Ottoman. It's an ottoman.
Foot ottoman for
ottoman
the
for the
end of the
bed.
bed. So I'm glad we're done with that hot mess. I just have a little bit of painting to do, some of the trim, and that's it. Which
So-
I haven't gotten the chance to do.
The original bedroom was, I think we said this before, over 30 years old. Not the mattress, the furniture.
The furniture was about
Close to 30.
no.
It's 25 years here.
Yes, and we had it.
27?
20. It's about 28 years old.
28?
Yeah,
Yeah.
close to 30 years old. Yeah, you're right. So yeah,
And we had a pink bathroom.
it's so weird to
20
have.
years.
It's actually weird to sleep on a different type of mattress
Right.
because
It's a Tempur-Pedic.
we got a Tempur-Pedic.
Hybrid.
I'm
So
not.
it's-
I'm getting used to the. It's
Slight cradle
the
sinking.
foam. Yeah, the foam. So it's kind of cool. So on to our top. Oh well, before our topic, I had a slushy beer stashed that I decided to share and be nice.
Yes. This one is called, it's got dragons on it. So.
Maybe we should have gone up there today.
Mortals.
Morris.
It actually says flip the can and roll it 3 times. And I will break it down. It is raspberry, blackberry, chocolate, and marshmallow.
But it's a beer.
It's a melted gelato
Hydra.
triple fruit sour smoothie.
Let's see what this Hydra
Let's
tastes
see what
like.
this is.
Cheers. Oh, that's good.
Wow, that is the smell hits you, and
good.
that is
It's really good.
that's a different type of beer.
Yeah. Well, you said you don't consider these beers.
No, I don't.
So on to our topic. Do you want to talk about the topic?
So we talked about her women's shoes. Mm-hmm. I figured. Well, it's not a pick on Jerry. Sounds like I'm echoing on my side.
Maybe I'm too close. So it's not a pick on Jerry.
I'm just gonna slide my chair.
See, again, you're gonna end up falling.
I'm gonna fall.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm gonna laugh
Let's get
at you
into
too.
this.
I will laugh on camera.
Hey, I know.
I am that
You
person.
laugh on camera
I don't
all the
care.
time.
Yeah, I don't care.
So
I no pity for me.
You mean no pity for me?
No pity for me if you fall.
Oh, yeah. See. Do women dress men? And Sometimes. So I'm going to wind it back. I'll say, when she met me, I dressed.
He was on his game.
I was on my A game.
Yes. When I met you, you were kind of on your A game, yes.
On my A game for my style.
For yourself.
How about
yes,
that?
Yes. You're very simple.
Yeah, I'm a very simple guy. It was the Dockers, maybe some slacks.
Yeah.
Sweaters, button shirts.
Yep. Then he met me, and then he met my cooking.
Yeah.
And
Well, we're
my
not talking
cooking
about
took a
weight.
toll on him, so he changed his dress style.
I changed my dress style, but I think, the way we talk about it is, it wasn't just the cooking. It was, hey, I had a kid at a young age. Then we had another one, and we bought a house. And it was almost a routine, making sure everybody was taken
He
care
put
of.
himself last.
Yes. Kids needed clothes.
In every aspect.
Kids
Clothing,
needed sneakers.
doing stuff for himself. He put himself last, and he put his kids and his family first.
Yeah.
And even he still let me. Well, you know what though? When we did have kids, I cut down my clothes stuff too. I just started just wearing a lot of jeans.
Yeah.
And sneakers.
Yeah,
I wore a
absolutely.
lot of baggy clothes when we had kids.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of, our fashion sense took kind of a backseat for a little bit. The only time I would kind of get my fashion on is when we went out. But he took a backseat on his fashion.
No, I did. I took a back seat on anything that had to do with me.
Spending money on yourself.
Absolutely. Even my own computer.
Yes, you did.
I always
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Except for the last one I built.
Yes.
The other two were, all right, I don't need an i7, I need an i5. I don't need this much memory.
But we've always done that.
Yeah, so...
With everything we do.
Yeah, so then I started working at a different company, and it was a bit more high profiled.
Yep. So I started getting on him.
Yeah, she started getting on me.
You're at a high profile company. You need to dress the
only,
part.
It wasn't even the high profile company. It was
The position.
No,
Your job position,
yeah,
too.
absolutely, job position. But you're dressing on your A game. I was dressing like a C and a D, depending. And she was just getting tired of it.
Yes. He would get mad. He's like, I look fine. I'm like, dude, come on. Put a little bit more effort into it. He would get mad. He'd be like, I'm fine the way I am. You met me this way. I'm very simple. I'm like, I know you're very simple, but sometimes you got to dress a little bit upscale.
Upscale.
Yeah.
So, once I think...
Or not upscale, but a little bit more...
I was making a little bit more money. We got a better handle on certain things on budget.
Let me rephrase it. It's not more upscale. It's more...
high profile.
Adult. It's adult dressing.
Adult dressing.
Yes, it's called adult dressing.
So, there's a difference, I guess, dad dressing and adult dressing?
Yes.
So, yeah. I guess there's a difference. Yeah. And I'm still working on it, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I did buy some...
He doesn't wear those goofy t-shirts anymore.
No.
He once in a while he'll wear
I wear them in the house. Now. It's rare if I have a printed shirt outside.
Yeah, I actually saw the other day, a couple of days ago we were cleaning house or we
got the new furniture, so we kind of decluttered stuff that's too big.
And he got rid of a lot of those cartoonish t-shirts or Star Wars t-shirts or Jaws t-shirts.
No, some of those I kept. They're for the inside of the house. Okay,
he kept some of them.
And some of them were gifts.
He got rid of a lot
some
of them.
Were gifts.
Like the Beatles t-shirts.
The Beatles t-shirt, I think, is a classic, but you started wearing it. Pac-Man, I got rid of.
See, so he's cleaned up his act a little bit.
What was worn outside is now inside shirt. If I come home from work or I get up on a Saturday,
he's not allowed to wear
that's the shirt I'm going to put on. I'm going to put a Mandalorian.
This is what I mean.
World of Warcraft.
He's dressing like an adult.
Out there, I am dressing like an adult to represent the house. It's like, you know what? You actually said the kids. The kids represent the reflection of the house when they're out there. So they look like slobs and stuff like that.
Yeah, I tell them all the time. They're like, well, what does it matter? Because I was, comb your hair. Why? Because you represent this household when you step out the door.
Yeah.
So, and I tell him
it was a good lesson. It's a good lesson.
I tell him, I tell you the same thing. You represent us when you step out. And if you're not putting your best foot forward, then, you know what I mean? You know what I mean by
But I bought some shoes, sneaker shoes.
Those are hot.
Those are the it sneakers for Midtown Manhattan.
Yeah, they are. They're very nice. And I was showing him sneakers today. He hates spending money on himself. But he'll tell me, go buy whatever you want for yourself. But I'll show him like, hey, these look hot.
I said I'm going to buy them. When she told me the price was $120, I was like, well, forget that.
They're on sale, though.
That's the funny part.
They are on sale.
Women
You'd
look
rather
at
buy
things.
it. Let me point something out to him. Because he was like, you're right. You want to get it on sale because it hurts you more when you pay the full price for it.
I don't buy it.
Same way, like we buy plane tickets, we buy them. We wait and watch the plane tickets.
Yes.
Sneakers, I do the same thing.
And I said, finally, let's buy the sneakers.
Yeah.
I only have actually 2 pairs of sneakers. Everything else, think about it. The black Nikes and the blue Nikes. Oh, I have the Levi's. Okay, I have a couple, but the most I rotate is between these 2. So bringing that one in will be a rotate of a third one.
You have the other slide-on Nikes that I got you one time.
The black ones. Yeah. I haven't worn them that much this year.
But you still got them.
Yeah, they look cool.
Yeah.
They look cool.
Yeah. So he's getting up there. I'm like slowly getting him to my level with shoes. Every now and then I'll buy a pair.
There we no way.
He's like, stop buying me stuff. Don't dress me.
I have to because I had to buy a container to put my shoes in. They couldn't just fit on the floor anymore. Like hers, but So I'm like, I'm done. And I actually threw some stuff out that were just like, they're not in style anymore. They're never going to come back. And if they did.
If he lets me, I would like totally revamp his whole wardrobe. But he doesn't let me revamp his wardrobe.
No,
he says he doesn't dress the style I like him to dress in.
What style is that?
Well, he says I'm still a little hood.
I'm not going to dress hood.
I don't dress you hood. I don't even like that style for men. I do like when he wears I'm a Dockers. I like to see guys in Dockers or like the nice fitted jeans. I hate guys wearing jeans that are like 2 sizes too big for them.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not that person.
No.
So when I could go shopping with him, I'll be like, nope.
The Dockers I got are a little bit more tapered now.
Yes.
Compared to the old Dockers, which were a little bit more.
And your denim, you're slowly getting toward that level where they should be fitted. If you have a
Not
butt,
skinny jeans though. Fitted. Fitted is different than skinny.
Regular jeans are okay. I do like the skinny jeans every now and then, but he won't wear skinny jeans.
No. You got to have some give. When I talk about skinny jeans, I'm talking about skin tight. No.
Okay, so
I talk about fitted.
You know what these guys don't get, right? They wear these jeans 2 sizes too big, or 3 sizes too big, or slouchy. You know how they like to check out women's behind? We like to check them out too. But they don't think like that, so they wear baggy clothes. You know, we don't make it obvious, but women like to check out men.
And I have upped the game. But
when
shirts,
jeans are too baggy, there's nothing to check out because it's just denim.
The Dockers, and by this summer,
flabbing back and forth.
Oh my goodness, you're just going on and on and on. So, I guess do women out there really dress their men?
Yes, they do.
I think it's
Sometimes.
a yes. I think
it's not a daily
women
thing.
have. What happens is a man that becomes a father.
Yes.
Falls into this where I've got to take care of everything.
First.
Kids, family, home, and everything like that. I will get what I need when I need it at that time. We're not always thinking about clothes and stuff like that. That's what it is. Men that are fathers or dads, however you want to say it, are really just making sure every bills are paid. There's,
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
It's a set. So you
put yourself last.
You forget about it. You get so used to that routine.
Same thing with women when, we stop doing the extra, like putting makeup on, putting perfume on,
absolutely.
putting lingerie
I'll be
on,
honest,
and things like that because we put ourselves last.
Last year we did a lot of selfies and videos and stuff like that. And that's when I really started to change the dress. You could see that in those photos in that video I made.
Yeah, I do.
That you could see the change I've done in dress style.
You changed in the last
year and a half.
Maybe,
2
year and a half, almost 2 years
yeah,
that you
almost 2
changed.
years. So,
I'm glad that you're finally maturing in your dress style.
Mature. Make it seem like you're growing up there, boy.
Yeah.
You're doing good.
Yeah, very good.
No. It's not the growing up. It's, again, men or those people in those roles.
Okay, let me rephrase it. I'm glad you're putting yourself first.
There you go. Thank you very much.
Because putting your best foot forward is always very good.
No, and that's what it is. It's really taking care of my needs. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. So that means, haircuts more often.
I know.
Manicures or whatever once in a while.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get him into those.
Yeah, I actually
he's still not sure about it.
No, I said I'll do it next month. Next month I want to do my feet.
Okay,
get the massage, the whole nine.
Let's see if I can get you into that. I don't like to. You know how some women like to dress their men. I don't like to do that because that's like you feel like you're dealing with another child.
Right.
So I don't do that to you. I don't lay out the clothes. I don't go in his closet. I've never done that before.
And pull out the items.
No, I've never done that.
You just say, "Hey, that shirt is done."
Yeah, I'll be like, "That shirt is done."
You've had that shirt. I understand it's gray and it's a very basic color, but you had that one for 4 years.
Yeah, I'll tell him that's done. But I've never been that because I know women that go into their husband's closets.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
If they're going to a dinner or a party or whatever, they will lay out their husband's outfit on the bed. I've never ever in the 30 plus years, I've never ever done that to you.
No,
ever. I will recommend them like, oh, why don't you wear that such and such shirt you have in your closet? Yes, but I've never ever.
I will come out and she'll go, I don't know about that shirt. Maybe try the other shirt, and that's as far as she will go.
I've never ever dressed you per se.
Yeah,
but I do know women that dress their husbands.
Yeah, now forget that.
I can't do that. If you ask me, I'll do it. I'll go. I've gone to the mall and bought you an outfit as a gift.
Yeah,
before.
absolutely.
But you don't necessarily wear it the way I've given it to you before.
Maybe not.
No.
You can point that out to me, so I'll see what it is. Not now. Point out the outfit because I'm curious. I'm wearing it, but I haven't worn it the way you have it in your mindset. You know what's amazing is when you go to Amazon. So I think there's a company out there, Stitch Fix or whatever for men and women. Mm-hmm. Amazon now does it where if you select shoes or a shirt, you scroll down, it shows
you paired it together.
Yeah, what's a pair in the casual?
Have done so. Those steampunk brown boots that I got you one time with the shacket. Even though you have put it together. I got you the shacket with it one time.
Yeah, I've worn those.
The green shacket that has the brown hints on the collar and stuff. Go with the boots.
Yeah.
So you have.
I have the whole.
Actually,
fall.
You have worn it together.
Yeah, I've gotten the fall look. I do the fall look pretty good.
Yes, he's gotten that down packed. Sweater. He's such a cornball.
What is he?
He's getting better with his
Yeah.
fashion sense. I'm guiding him. Not that you need so much guidance from me.
No,
He makes fun of me. He says, "Why are you so into like clothes?"
You know what it is? Also, is I remember growing up, there was a magazine called Details. If anybody remembers that magazine,
You told me about that. They used to read the magazine.
And
the
yeah,
fashion.
I was big into it. I was like, how
Did you ever get into GQ?
GQ? You know what? Here's the difference between Details and GQ. GQ was a lot about ads, and it was a little thicker. And the articles didn't really hit me the way Details did. Details actually was the young audience.
Okay.
It was slimmer, but it actually, hey, how you dress, different dress styles, how you take care of your skin, the people that have acne, and so on and so on. So it really hit the
Your
younger
fashion
generation
sense.
of young men. GQ was more of like
Your fashion sense at that time.
yeah, GQ was just like a lot of ads, a lot of topics that, I think they were for the older men. 20,
Okay.
they were not, when you're in your 20s, they're not older, but that 28 to 35-year-old, maybe 40.
Closer to middle age.
Details was more of a 25 and younger crowd.
Okay, I get it. All right. Kind of interesting.
So I use that as my guide also. And then again, becoming a dad or a father and stuff
He's
like
saying
that.
goodbye. He's leaving for work.
Okay. You realize that clothes is not important. It's house.
Yeah.
The house,
Well,
the home.
like I said, we did, when our kids were
Now,
little.
that being said, we live in an era where people still buy magazines. Details is gone, but you have tons of people on YouTube and TikTok.
Yes. I
And
get a
social
lot of
media
my
that get,
fashion
hey,
on
how you
social
should
media.
dress, how you should wear, the watches. Like I do wear watches. I try to remember often to wear them.
He's a watch nut. The same way I'm a sneaker person, he's a watch. He
Yeah,
has
that
a
is
lot
true.
of watches.
Yeah, I don't have a lot.
Yes, you do.
I would love to have more.
I know. But
Yeah.
you have a good selection.
I have about a
He
good
has
10 watches now.
How many?
Close to 10.
Yeah, you do. About 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've gifted you about 2 of them.
Yeah.
So he has a really nice watch collection. I gotta say about that. It's a really nice watch collection.
Yeah.
He's got a thing for watches and sunglasses.
I'm getting into sunglasses. I used to be in sunglasses. Now I'm getting it back into it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I swear he makes fun of me that I'm cuckoo over my sneakers. That's all I'm crazy about, really. I don't wear a lot of jewelry like I used to when I was younger.
No, but you're into your shirts. You're definitely your tank tops and styles.
That's
And
because
your-
I
and
work
your
out
skirts.
more now. No, not even skirts. I
Well,
don't
you
have a lot.
had the blue skirt and you have the
Yeah, I have skirts, but
not as much as before.
no.
But the shirts though.
Yeah, that's because I'm more comfortable in more
Yeah.
tight fitted things because I work out all the
Yeah,
time.
absolutely.
But your style, you're still changing your fashion sense.
Well,
Also, you're also losing weight.
Losing
so
weight.
you're in the
So
process.
as I lose weight, the style will change a little bit more.
Which he's having trouble with. So I know we're talking about fashion and clothes. He still buys his clothes a size too big.
It depends.
I have to tell him because I would be like, "Why'd you get me a large? Or why'd you buy me this? I'm not that size." And I'll be like, "Yes, you are." And he'll put it on. He goes, "Oh, you were right."
That's true. Some things. It depends. It depends on the item. It depends on how it looks and stuff like that.
I
how
love
it
being
drops.
right.
You're not right all the time. Stop.
Yes, I am. 85% of the time, I'm right.
No, but I mean, I again, as we're coming toward the end of it, I think it's okay for you women to recommend,
Yes.
but not to fully dress you.
No.
Take out the whole wardrobe?
No.
Absolutely not. She's never done that.
No,
If I
you're
come
not.
out again, I come out the office because that's where my closet is.
I mean, we say it. Men are like children. Sorry, but I don't think it's our job to dress you.
No.
We don't want to dress you, and you're uncomfortable in what you're wearing.
I will say I did realize, hey, we're going out together. If she's making herself look great, I've got to step up the game.
Yeah. There have been a few instances where I'll show up, like I'll go meet him at work, and be like, "Why are you overdressed?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry, I feel bad." Oh, he'll tell me to bring him stuff, and then he'll change.
Yeah.
But I tend to overdress a lot sometimes.
I don't think, if I remember correctly, you can never overdress, but you could always underdress. That's how I was told it.
I guess that's a good way to put it.
Because if you're overdressed, somebody will just look at you and go, wow, that's their style, that's their fashion.
yes,
If you underdress, you're like,
yeah, you'll stick out.
that's it.
Yeah,
So you're going to stick out more as an underdressed person than an overdressed person.
yes, very,
You could
very
be at
true.
you could be at a lounge, a bar, wherever,
Yes.
Not everybody's wearing suits. Some people are wearing regular
No.
shirts, but
She's
and someone's wearing a
jeans.
suit as a man.
Yes.
He
I
looks
always think the
overdressed.
safest way to go for a guy is like regular fitted jeans and a button-down shirt.
Yeah,
And you're
and the right shoes at the bottom.
yeah.
Yeah. No, and I agree. So, like I said, you can. I don't think you can be overdressed. If I'm wearing let's say I'm wearing a jacket as a sports coat style, I can take it off. So if I go to a place, that's my style. That's who I am.
Yes.
If I go to a place wearing my Mandalorian shirt and a pair of jeans and sneakers, I'm underdressed. You know what I'm saying? There's no way to get out of it.
Yeah. No, those are t-shirts for in the house.
Right. No, I'm just saying that's an underdressed person, and people are gonna look at you.
Yes.
The overdressed person, they're gonna spot that person, male or female,
Okay.
but they're gonna say, "Wow, she puts it together. He puts it together." You know, that's his style.
I always try to be put together.
That's like Bond. Bond goes in there with a tux all the time.
No, he
most of the
doesn't. Most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time.
So you can tell he's a Bond fan too. So
I just don't dress like Bond. Not yet. I'm working on it. I'm working. All right, let's go. Let's take us out of here. I think we got
you
this.
getting there?
But yeah, she does not dress me, thank God, but she will buy
I will
clothes.
put my 2 cents in.
And she will put her 2 cents in.
Yes.
And I do follow a couple of people out there and stuff like that, trying to get better back into the whole.
I think he needs to get better at it.
I'm working on it.
There are men that do not put any effort into their dress style, which is kind of annoying to us.
I put some effort in.
Oh, he does. He does now.
Yeah.
He didn't before. But like I said, there was a time where I just got very lazy with my fashion sense when the kids were younger. Now I try not to.
Well, our kids are getting older.
They are older.
They are older.
We have one left that's that
he'll be
is
15 this
codependent. That's it.
Yeah, he's 15 this year, so.
So, all right. So I'll take us out of here, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, share, talk about our podcast. Give us your input.
Absolutely.
And what was that new saying? How is it?
Follow us. That's
Follow.
it. That's what I said.
That's the only one you
Follow
said.
us.
Follow
Yeah.
us.
So, and to give you some update is, I think we're going to cut this down to once a week.
Yes, we have a lot of things going on.
We have a lot of things going on, and to get IG working, it makes it easier for me. Plus other avenues I want to.
There's other things we're working on.
Yeah. So.
And the warm season is coming, which I tend to travel.
Yeah.
And we get really
And
busy.
we have tons of subjects. It's just really.
We're really busy.
Yeah,
we don't want to give up the podcast.
We've done it for over a year.
Yes.
So-
We don't want to give up the podcast, but life has gotten really busy.
And I think once a week is great.
Yes. Yeah.
It kind of stretches out ideas. I mean, we've got
Yeah.
topics going to like the end.
We got
of the
many
year.
topics. It's just life gets busy, and rather than give up the podcast,
No, I don't want to do that. I
we'd
enjoy
just
it.
rather, huh?
I enjoy it.
Oh, I do enjoy it also. So rather than just cutting it out, we're
we
just
talk
gonna
about
bring
it.
it down to one.
Not only
day.
that, it's because this
Now,
way
did
I
you
can.
decide? Is it gonna be Thursdays?
I
or
don't know yet. I
Tuesdays?
think it's gonna be either Monday or Tuesday, or maybe just stay Tuesday. But that's not gonna happen yet. It's happening sometime in the next month or so.
in the next couple weeks.
In the next couple of
Because
weeks,
we're gonna get really busy.
and then this way, a little bit more attention could go to the IG channel. There's a little bit more attention could go to the Spotify, and it's just one podcast episode I'm working a week
yes,
that we're working on.
that we're working on. But to be honest, he's the one that has to edit, and do what is it you call those the photos?
Thumbnails,
The thumbnails
editing,
and all
stuff
that
like that.
stuff. He does out
You
all
know, it's a
that.
couple of things.
I just
And-
give my
and-
2 cents of ideas. Everything else, and I'm here for the podcast. Everything else he does.
Well,
so
I
he
mean-
wears a lot of hats, and it's a lot of work. And like I said, we got a lot of things going on right now.
Yes.
So we're gonna bring it down to one episode a week.
Yeah.
Maybe down the road, if things calm down,
And come back.
maybe we'll come back. If
I mean, when you look at it, I always tell people, how can you keep it going? I'm like, we got 35 years.
because our podcast is growing.
Yeah.
Thank you guys very much.
Yeah. We've got 35 years. So it's definitely, and there's stories that I have not even said yet.
Yeah.
And there's so many, I guess, I don't know what the word is, but, scenarios that you go through as a couple that it's relatable to outside.
Not only couple scenarios,
Like this is a
parenting
relatable
scenarios,
Yeah, but this
adult
topic right here is a
scenario.
relatable scenario that people can say, "Hey,
Yes.
I dress my husband. You see, don't dress me, or
But it's not just couples.
Yeah,
Scenarios.
I am dressing my husband too
It's
much.
adult scenarios, family scenarios. So there's a lot of stories and topics to go through. So
Yeah.
we're not out of content.
No,
we're just
no,
giving ourselves breathing space and not
to
overwhelming
work on all
ourselves.
the
Yes.
to work on those other channels. It's IG, it's Spotify, stuff like that.
So guys,
anyway,
give us your input. If you think it's cool, if you don't want us to do run it down. Just give us your input and let us know. We have a few people that have gave us private comments and things like that.
Yeah,
so,
we've spoken on the phone and stuff like that.
Yeah. So give us your input. Let us know, or give us a day which you think would be best to
I think
drop
Monday and
our
Tuesday
podcast.
is always a good day.
Yeah.
But we may keep it on Tuesday. Maybe it will get pushed to early in the morning.
Yes.
You know,
And he's also trying to move stuff into Spotify.
Yeah. I have the account. It's just, like I said, when you're doing 2 podcasts and the way it works.
And having teenage boys keep you very busy.
Yeah. So anyway, we are out of here. Take
Peace
care,
out,
everybody.
people.
Bye.
Bye.